Hello lovely people, welcome to our weekly reading for the week of the 11th of September. I hope you've all had a good week and I hope like me that you're looking forward to seeing what the cards have to tell us this week. Let's have a look and see. Okay. Now we have the Hierophant, we have the Ace of Wands, ooh, and we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, it's quite a intriguing set of cards here. Right, so we're looking at one major arcana card here, and we're looking at two minor arcanas. We have the Ace of Wands, which is a very physical, doing card of new beginnings, and we have the Sword suit, which is very cerebral and very much about self-limiting beliefs. So, right, if we look at the Hierophant is the Pope or the High Priest, and the Hierophant represents traditional values, so kind of like cultural foundations or, and spiritual guidance. And when the Hierophant comes up, it symbolizes our need for knowledge and wisdom that can kind of connect us to our higher selves and to the divine. So the Hierophant is associated with institutions and schools of kind of religious establishments that provide a structured environment to learn and grow. And the key here is structure. It's that in structured environment. And the other key word is traditional, sort of. So it's very much within a structure, I suppose. And so the Hierophant, it kind of highlights the importance of adhering to rules and traditions, and I think that's what I was thinking about there for a moment. It's about adhering to rules and traditions that have been established, and it's about obeying authority figures who have the wisdom and the knowledge to guide us. So we're looking at a card here that's kind of almost set in stone, but not. So it's a bit of a, I always think of the Hierophant as being kind of a bit kind of stuck in their ways. And so if we look then at the Ace of Wands, so Wands people don't tend to pay much attention to structure and rules. They're very much about going out there and doing it. And the Ace is because the Wands is also very creative. We're looking at a card here that's about creativity and inspiration, and it's about new beginnings, as the Ace suggests. So this card indicates a real spark of motivation that is kind of igniting a new creative venture or project or something new is happening. And the Ace of Wands is a symbol of the potential that lies ahead, and its energy can provide a boost to your overall motivation, making you feel more alive and enthusiastic and goal orientated. So I'm kind of loving these two cards together. So as a combination, I think there's quite a powerful force going on here. And then we have the Eight of Swords. And, the Eight of Swords is very much about limitations and fear and paralysis. There's that sort of sense, that feeling of being trapped or helpless, but certainly restricted. and can be associated with anxiety and indecision and self-doubt. So, put these 3 cards together and what are we getting? We're getting structure and wisdom and maybe mentoring and guidance, and we're getting new ideas and lots of lovely new growth here. The hand coming out of the cloud, it's like a spiritual, a divine intervention, if you like. And so something new happening here, which would be ones being those enthusiastic people want to fire ahead with it, and they have the energy to fire ahead with it. And then there is the self-doubt, the fear, the anxiety. And because this is a cerebral suit, we're looking at all of these fears and self-doubt, this paralysis. It's very much head stuff really that's going on. And so there may be that sense of where you're probably trying to protect yourself from harm by maybe self-imposed restrictions. Or maybe there's a case of self-sabotage going on here, sabotaging your potential by giving in to the fear and the insecurity. So if you kind of looking at these cards sort of together, if the Ace of Wands, we're looking at maybe representing a struggle to start. Maybe there's a struggle here to start something new, and it may be due to feelings of being trapped or restricted. But however, the Ace of Wands is, it does offer hope, and it indicates that the creative energy is needed to break free from what's going on, that energy is actually there. And it can mean that you are ready to begin a new project, but your fears and doubts may be preventing you from moving forward. So maybe you need to kind of focus on releasing these negative thoughts and limiting beliefs that are holding you back. And because the Ace of Wands is indicating that now is the time to take the initiative. And, we're looking at very much an action card here. And Wands people don't hang about. One's energy doesn't hang about. So what might be a good idea today might not be a great idea next week, kind of thing. So it's very much, this is like, you need to move forward despite your fears, because the opportunities are there now. The opportunity for growth and for a new beginning is there right now. And we are looking bang in the middle here. So this is kind of, this is quite interesting. Now, if we look at the sort of combination of these two here, we're looking at the Hierophant and the Ace of Wands. Well, that's kind of encouraging you to look beyond your current situation and to explore new possibilities. So these two cards together is kind of an indication that your current path may need to be reevaluated, and that exploring different avenues can lead to growth and to self-discovery. That maybe you have been operating within a structure here. And this card is now saying, maybe it's time to move out of that structure, move away from your current path, and explore different avenues, because that will lead to growth and self-discovery. And of course, that will explain why there are all of these doubts and sense of limitation and paralysis, because there is a real sense of paralysis going on here. And but this what's really important here is that this can be changed, whereas this card is very much what lies beneath, if you like. This is what's sort of supporting you, the structure. the foundations, if you like. And this card, with this card, is kind of saying, it's okay. It's okay to move out of the structure. It's okay to, to move away from what you're already familiar with. That it's okay to move out of your comfort zone. In fact, it's not only okay, it is really good for you to move out of your comfort zone. And this card is saying, oh, I don't want to do that. So I would be looking at the permission that you're getting here, really. So the Hierophant is, when you look at these two cards here, there is a sort of, it's kind of a suggestion for balance, because we know that the Wands are very enthusiastic people. Energy is very enthusiastic. The Wands are not great at planning. They just want to fire ahead. They want to go on to the next thing before they finish the previous thing. So really move away from structure, but keep some of the structure. That, that there is also that need in terms of balance. There is that need for the Hierophant structured way of doing things. And but you can do that with you can do that with the sense of spontaneity and freedom that the Wand's energy brings. So the Hierophant energy can provide the structure, if you like, while the Wand's energy and the Ace of Wands energy can provide the innovative spark to create something new and exciting. So these combinations are here sort of saying, find that balance between tradition and innovation. Find that balance between structure and spontaneity, and establish a foundation where new ideas can grow. See, foundation and new ideas. So you have tradition, innovation, you have structure, you have spontaneity, and then you have the foundation and new ideas. But you need to deal with what's going on inside your head. So if we look, we could be looking at, for instance, if we're looking at, if you look at this, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords, there is also, it can mean that you're ready to begin a project, but your fears and doubts are preventing you from moving forward. And, you need to release that negative thoughts. And if you combine this card with the Hierophant, it can suggest that struggle between tradition and innovation, and between and conformity and rebellion, sort of thing. And rebellion about seeking guidance and feeling trapped. So, the Hierophant has this desire for structure and authority, while the Ace of Swords fear being confined and limited by those very structures. So, there could be a possible conflict between your values here and the values even of your community or the values of your institution. And maybe that's what you're feeling torn about. And so, you've been torn between a desire to conform and your desire to express yourself here, express yourself authentically. Or maybe you just need to break free from self-imposed limitations and explore new possibilities. So there is with the Eight of Swords, there is that fear of venturing beyond your comfort zone. And in a way, there's your comfort zone within this. And this is the card that's suggesting that you do break free. And that it's possible, and it will be the results will be good. So I think, you know, when you look at these cards, the way they're combining together, I would say that there's a real sort of complex interplay between tradition and innovation, and tradition here, innovation here, and between authority and autonomy, and between seeking guidance here and feeling trapped here. So what are you going to do? This need, whatever is happening now, and you need to grab it now. So sort your head out. And however you go about doing that, you need to first of all recognize that your limitations and your fear and your paralysis and your anxiety, that these are self-made really in a way, and therefore they are within your control, and within the realms of possibility to move beyond. So I would look at focusing on this card and looking at this card to see what's holding you back here. I hope this is useful to you. You know, I think this layout of cards is quite thought-provoking, actually. And yes, I think I will leave it with you at this point. So if it resonates with you, do leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And you can also subscribe to this channel to be notified for the next reading. And if you would like to know more, you can book a private reading with me. You can find my email address in the description of the video. So lovely people, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'm going to wish you a lovely week. And yeah, like I said, let me know how you get on.